And we're live.
Hello, and we're live.
morning.
We are alive.
We are
Good
alive
evening
and-
to South Africa, and good evening the rest of the
evening to
world. From the UK, hello.
Good evening, cold London.
It's very cold. Like, this is the problem with being opposite sides of the planet.
Yeah.
We've got this
I'm hot,
ridiculous
you're
thing where
cold.
you're sitting there in a t-shirt, and I'm like, yep, I'm in the house, and I'm like,
And today's actually been a bit nippy.
set the fire to the third bar, as they say. Although no one can afford it anymore, we're not allowed to do any of that.
But cheers to my birthday last week.
Cheers, happy birthday! Yes, we did. We
very much.
did not become live on your birthday, but
No.
yeah, happy birthday!
Remember why.
Another journey round the sun.
Another journey around the sun. I
Happy
had a tequila.
birthday!
I
Congratulations!
had a tequila to celebrate it. Happy
Bottoms
birthday
up
to me,
and all
everybody.
that kind of stuff.
Happy birthday. So how are you, Martin?
A little cold. So it's kind of just getting especially when I've been out all day. You don't have the heating on when you're out all day. You come in and go, it's just going to take ages for this house to warm up now. So it's cold outside. So I feel mildly overdressed, but you know, it's chilly. It's quite cold. We had quite a lot of snow overnight as well here. So
I saw a friend of mine, Ian Parker, was posting, and he was like, it looked freezing. I was like, oh my God, that looks cold.
I mean, it
Far
was
too cold
very
for my liking.
picture skew, as they say. It was very pretty.
Picturesque. Very
Yes.
picturesque.
Yes, it was very,
Picturesque.
very nice. I was out for a small little run yesterday in the
In the
sparkling
snow. How can you
snowscape.
run in that snow?
Well, it wasn't snow yesterday. It snowed overnight, so yesterday was just frosty.
Oh, okay. Well, there's definitely been. I couldn't believe how much snow you guys have had.
It was a bit of a surprise, I have to say. the amount that we had in a short period of time was like, oh, that's like, okay, that's happened. That's proper snow. But yeah, that's it's chilly. But other than that, I mean, it's downward, very fast and furious towards Christmas now, isn't it? It's less than 2 weeks till Christmas.
I know.
Everybody's
I think
gearing up for
Cape
that.
Town on
Strictly's
Wednesday
nearly
morning.
finished. The World Cup's nearly finished.
Let's just get
So-
back to that quickly. Let's discuss this World Cup.
How are our what do you call it things going? Our predictions. How are they going?
What
I
did
think
we
I'm
say?
still-
I said Brazil. Hey,
You
I
said
lost
Brazil,
obviously.
and if not Brazil, I think you said Germany.
Yeah, both out. That was
I think
horrible.
I went Argentina, but that was more a sort of heart than head thing, to be fair. But
Trying to
still
see,
still
I
in.
did write it down. I did write it down. Where did I write it? Not there. Not
'Cause I was
there.
on. It was all messy. That was why I was going for. Just want to
Yeah,
see.
you know, kind of like I'm sitting here now, and I kind of. Obviously, I'd love for Morocco to win it. That would just.
Oh, what a
upset
thing! What I mean,
the
congratulations
apple
to them
cart.
for just getting this
Yeah,
far.
just getting
But
this
that's
far.
amazing.
Can you imagine Morocco winning the World Cup?
Be amazing.
It
Absolutely
would be
amazing.
insane.
Yeah.
And listen, they got a team to do it, eh?
Hey, they're a semi-final. They're one game away. Of course they can do it. Of course they
Yeah,
can do it.
anything's possible.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm sorry, but I honestly think the French were lucky. I don't think England deserved to lose that game.
I mean, I sort of agree with you. And then there's also you make your luck, don't you? You get lucky by being good.
I agree, but they definitely were lucky.
They were not the better team on the day, but they were the better team on the day because
they
they took
scored.
the chances and scored the goals. But
Kane flying high. Kane flying high.
yeah,
There's a
that
song
was
in that.
unusual.
Shame.
But
It was definitely the Hugo Lloris effect.
do you think? It didn't-
Absolutely.
Well, it didn't bug him on the first one.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think it was that.
I think it was the second time you see them, like, go, fuck, he's going to know which way I'm going to go.
I don't think it's the Hugo Lloris. I mean, it's partly that, of course, but I think that would be true of any goalkeeper, because whoever goalkeeper is going
They
to play
know
is going
each
to
other
play.
so well.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think that psyched him out. I think that not much less. It might have psyched him a little bit, but much less than it being, this is to keep us in the World Cup, and I'll be breaking the goal scoring record, and it's against my club cap or whatever it is.
Mate. Yeah.
It's there was so much on it, but but even though there was that much on it, people miss penalties.
No, they do. Listen,
If
it does
they
happen.
were
People do
always
miss
scored,
penalties.
there wouldn't be any point with it. I mean, normally they are, proportions are,
Yeah, oh man,
but
it was insane.
I think what also gets a little bit forgotten in the mix is the fact that they would only have got level. It doesn't mean they would have won. It was only to level the
Absolutely.
game,
No, that was
potentially take it into extra
obviously.
time. Does that mean they'd have
Obviously.
gone through? Of course not. Doesn't. But
Oh, what happened to my picture? Oh, it's done that blurry thing.
it's done the blurry thing. I think it was a great game. And they were well in it and well up for it and played very well. And that's what's nice to see about England teams. But I was
Yeah.
thinking about, all the kind of after the, oh, we should have done better and this was our best chance and all that kind of stuff. And here's the thing that I keep thinking about. It's really hard to win the World Cup.
Yeah.
Really hard. There's been 21 World Cup competitions. There have only been 8 countries that have won.
That's pretty insane.
And most of those have only won once. Because when you think, how hard is it? There are
Brazil have
teams
won
that have won.
5.
Brazil have won 5. Italy have
Germany
won
have
4. Germany have won 4. So out of 21, that takes care of 13 already. France have won twice and might win a third one out of 21. So out of 21 competitions, 15 of those have been won by 3 countries. It's really bloody. The fact that England have won it at all is a bit of a miracle when you look at it that way.
But this was the year they were meant to win it.
They had a chance. Well, they had a chance, but also I think if you look at it, you can look. It was always predestined that they were going to meet France in the quarterfinal, and that was always going to be a tough game. So if you even if you want to put it 50-50, I think they did great. Honestly,
I also think, you look at Croatia, they've only beaten one team at this World Cup.
Yeah.
How insane is that? They've only
So
won one match. They literally only won one match.
Yeah. I said there are teams that
also
know how
against
to get
Canada.
through competitions. It could be the same final as it was last time.
France, Croatia.
Amazing. That's incredible.
I know. I kind of hope for Messi. Then this debate can be settled once and for all between him and Ronaldo.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me it's already settled. But I think that's the way to wrap up the career.
World
That's
Cup
the
thing.
greatest of all time. Wrap it up. You've won you win the greatest competition. You lift the trophy. There you go. That's done. Like you said, it's put to bed now.
Yeah,
He cannot do any more with a career. You can't do any more than that, right?
No, you can't. No, absolutely not.
But also, look at Modric. Similar situation. 37 years old, Ballon d'Or winner. What story that would be? 4 million people live in Croatia, apparently.
I know. And what was the other stat I was reading? The fact that Croatia have, since inception, have only ever been in a semi-final or final.
Right. Wow. That is amazing.
Because obviously they only became a country in 1998.
Yeah. That's
And
incredible.
they've had like 3 semi-finals in the final or something stupid.
Wow. That's amazing. It's been a good
Crazy.
competition, though, I have to admit. It's been,
listen, I've
didn't know
really
how it was going
enjoyed
to be
it, I
like
have
to
to
begin with.
say.
It's been good.
I've really, really enjoyed it, and I've had fun watching it, and it's just been good times. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's nearly come to an end this weekend. By this time next week, we'll be sitting here going, congratulations.
To Morocco.
We got one more left, hey, Martin?
We got one more left before Christmas, yeah?
Yeah, one more, and then I think we should just wrap up next week our top 10 of the year.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah, definitely.
Because the week after that will be Boxing Day. Is that an actual thing in South Africa? Do you
Yes,
do a
it
Boxing Day? Is that a thing?
Yeah, but I'll be driving to Cape Town, and it's going to be chaos on my side. Next
Okay,
2
I'll
weeks.
I'll be with family and all stuff going on as well. So
I'm literally driving down to Cape Town on Christmas Day.
wow, and that's a long journey. That is
13 hours.
woohoo, that is a long journey.
13-hour drive.
Is that for a break? Is that for a job?
No,
What's
work.
that for? Work, of course.
Work.
I mean, I don't even know why I asked.
Yeah, we're shooting 12 consecutive shows in Cape Town from the 26th
Wow,
till the 5th.
the
of
12 days of Christmas.
12 days of dance music. Why do I do to this to myself? I have to ask this question.
Because you love it. Because you love it.
Why do I do this to myself?
Because you love it. Yeah, we should do a wrap up next week. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
It's been a good year for music. I suppose it's been back. People actually, like you said, most people are all out on tour over your way at the moment, aren't they? That's a big change over the last couple of years, not being able to get out at all.
Definitely been a quieter year compared to like last year, where we just had so much great new music. I found this year I haven't had as many standouts for me this year as I have in previous years.
Yeah,
I've definitely felt that. It's not like where we had the likes of what's their names again? I've gone blank now.
King's Parade,
things like that, and songs that just stood out for me and immensely. This year, I sit there and I'm trying to remember videos that I went, oh man, that's going to be a song video.
I know what you mean. It felt easier. Last couple of years, it was like, name your top 5. You'd go, well, I can tell you 7 straight off the top of my head.
Yeah,
sort of
straight off
thing.
the head. If you ask me to name the top 5 right now, I got to go back and check it out.
Do you think that's because everyone's been out playing instead of recording? Because the last couple of years they couldn't go out. Do you think
think
that's
so.
why
I
there's
think
been a bit of kind of let's get out and actually perform rather than stick in the studio and write? Is that why?
possibly, absolutely, possibly. I think also, I think that probably is it. People have, because they were stuck writing for 2 years. Then they just got into playing, and when they did release stuff, maybe they weren't concentrating as much on the writing process as they had in the past. So they were just putting out songs for the sake of putting them out. And having a single out, trying to keep following the trend of getting songs out continuously. I found that South Africa, we've had some massive hits, no doubt about it. Songs like KO Sete has been #1 in the South African streaming charts now for 15 weeks. It's like broken every single record. So when I look at terms of potential of what's happened on the South African music industry, there's been some big tracks. But again, it's been like one or two. There's not been like that flurry of songs we had in previous years where it was like you say, so easy to sit down and go, that's my top 5. Yeah, that one. So, it's kind of like, it's interesting. Obviously, all I'm waiting for 2023 means one thing for me and one thing only. Depeche Mode live in London and a brand new album.
Depeche Mode. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. When I get to finally meet you, Martin, in
know.
person.
Good Lord.
Finally, we get to meet in person.
It's when you finally discover that I'm only 3'7". all this forced perspective stuff I have to do on camera to make it look like I'm a reasonable height. Yeah.
No, that's funny.
He's only wee.
Only wee size. It's like that size.
Yeah, that's very much something to look forward to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
No doubt about it. I'm looking forward to some. I mean, obviously some highlights for me this year have been the launch of obviously Discover Me, with Zimkita and the Cooligans and Bukang's music video. So there's been some really cool tracks that we've managed to get out this year.
And the South African chart show that was this year, wasn't it? You launched that.
Yeah, SA Chart Show, the official SA Chart Show launched this year, which has proved to be a phenomenal success. And we're hoping to take it onto television next year. We launched the All Africa Chart Show this year as well. Obviously, the studios continued to grow beautifully. The last 6 months have been a bit quiet on terms of the live performances in studios because we've been focused so much on outside shows and stuff like that. We're launching Dance Africa in 2023, which is a channel dedicated to dance music, which I'm quite excited about. It's one of the reasons why we're going to be down in Cape Town, starting to shoot content for that. There's some exciting stuff planned for 2023 that I'm excited about. It's a case of now just like planning shit, getting it together.
Yep.
I've started DJing again.
Because you didn't have enough to do.
Yeah, just for fun, and I'm kind of like really starting to enjoy it again.
This is fun.
I'm doing my second set, and I'm an Afro house DJ. Call myself Dirty Grams. Other people have it. That's the name that seems to have stuck.
Okay.
So, Dirty Grams is going to be playing next year. Okay. And also starting to write some more. I want to start writing some more electronica music stuff again.
Yeah, good man.
So I missed that. I only got that one thing out as Dust Baron last year. So I want to focus on getting an album out this year.
Yeah, I think it's been a little bit of a reset year, isn't it? It's kind of, I think, even
yeah,
though all of the
like
excitement, you kind of build it up a little bit because it was like this year will be different because we're out of COVID and all that kind of stuff. But it takes a while to kind of get yourself a little bit of reorientation this year. I think, go, all right, sorted ourselves out again. We can put that a little bit behind us, and I've sort of found my feet again. Feels that's true, and next year will be a bit more solidified. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it really is that now. It's just I kind of take this year. I definitely felt it was that solidifying, getting a really good crew together here at the office, in terms of content wise, and we've been shooting some amazing content. So it's really been that kind of really solidifying our base as such, so that next year we can make inroads.
Yeah, I definitely feel it's been a bit of a clear in the decks. I feel like this year I've stopped doing more things than I've started. If you know what I mean? It's kind of going like I'm not doing that, and yet the new things haven't sort of quite started off yet. I mean, they're all sort of in the
and I
planning
think
stage.
I've also got that. There's a lot of stuff in planning, a lot of stuff, and that can be frustrating as well, because it's like kind of, I'm sitting like going, okay, cool, let's do this, let's do this, let's do that, and it's like kind of, okay, oh, but we've got to first finish this, first get that done. So then you like kind of take a while to get yourself focused and get into it. But yeah, let's see. 2023 hopefully is going to be a big year for music as well. Obviously, as I said, my most exciting thing is the Depeche Mode album coming out.
Yes,
and on the subject of that, I thought maybe we should play something tonight, which I'm quite excited about. And that's a song from a young daughter.
A young daughter.
A very prevalent artist in the band Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying this track, I must be honest. I'm like kind of like, that's cool. So I thought we should just give it a spin tonight.
Now, I want to ask you,
what...
did you think it was cool before you knew who it was, or after?
So I picked up on so I was sent the track on a Depeche Mode group. I didn't know who it was.
Oh, right.
I listened to the track and I was like, nice track. I was like, cool, I like this. But then obviously it does make more of an impact when you realize who it is. But I definitely felt the influences of Dad. There's no doubt about it. So you guys tell us what you think of this. This is Stella Rose. Figure out which Modi's daughter she is. This is Angel.
It's down to 50-50 now.
Yeah, it's down to 50-50. You got one choice. Two choices. You pick. This is Angel. Tell us what you think.
Stella Rose Gahan.
Stella Rose Gahan with Angel. I love it.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Suddenly appeared and going, oh, look, there's a daughter.
There was another track, I
making
think, a
music.
couple of months ago.
Yes,
a while
I did
ago.
read that. That's not her debut. There's been
No,
one
there was
before
another
that.
track, but it was a very different feel to this.
Oh, really?
It was and I remember it being a live video as such, so it wasn't like the typical in terms of a music video as such. But then you also sent me something tonight, Martin, which I thought was also quite interesting, which I really, really enjoyed. It's been a year, I think.
Yeah, well,
since we
you
had
introduced this band to me
Yeah.
about a year ago, I reckon. And you said, do you know these guys? And I hadn't heard them. You played the track. I loved that. I then sought them out at The Great Escape in May.
Yes.
Because they were playing there as part of a showcase for Horus Music, if I remember correctly. So I made sure that I sought them out. And yeah, new music out now, new EP out now from Fuzzy Sun. And is this the
I
title
really like
track?
this.
I
Should we
can't
take a listen to
remember.
this? This is a really good track.
It's good.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. This is Fuzzy Sun. In there, out here. In there, out here. I nearly got my tongue to
It's it is a tough one.
Yeah, here we go. Fuzzy Sun with In There, Out Here. That's what we think.
False endings.
I love that. I went for
false
that
end-
false ending. Kind of
That's nice. You got in the gap. I like that.
Got on the gap.
New EP. I'm insane and everyone else is too. Is that what it's called? I'm insane and everyone else is too. Yes, that's from the EP. I was listening to the whole EP the other day. It's very good. Go check out the whole thing. That is the lead single track.
Yes.
But the whole thing is very excellent.
I'm going to add that right now. Let me do it quickly before I forget, because I'm going to have it for nice driving music down to Cape Town as well.
Splendid.
Mark and I are driving to Cape Town.
Yeah, that's a long drive.
Long drive, Fuzzy.
I thought I'd gone and joined you, as I thought. I know it's a week late, but I should toast you properly.
Oh,
happy birthday!
Cheers. Thank you.
I like the fact that because you've got the blurred effect, looks like you're doing, you know, that thing where they can't show the labels on TV. It looks like you're doing that kind of. It's been pixelated.
There we go. I'm insane. There we go.
Happy
Add it to
birthday.
my collection. Delete me. I'm there. In there, out there, money and smiling upside down.
Yes.
Released by Modern Sky UK. Go and check them out. A band that I think could do some good things. Kind of gives me a bit of a Kasabian feel. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Makes me think of Kasabian. The song I remember us playing was Morning Light.
That's the one.
Yep.
That's the one. That's the one you introduced me to. Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Which is an excellent track. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good band. As I said, they did a good live set. Showcase at the Great Escape in May. They are on tour early next year in the UK. If you want to go and find them playing next year.
I've got a bit of a question for you on the subject of sounding like bands, etc., etc. The new Arctic Monkeys it's a big debate going on about this new album. What's your opinion on it? Have to ask.
Here's the honest, quick opinion. I have
Love it or
only
hate it?
listened. I've only listened to the album once, which in itself is a sort of a well. Why is that? Is that because it didn't draw me in enough to want to listen to it? I think there's probably some truth in that. Having said that, is there 2 singles or 3 singles? The first single, Mirrorball, There Better Be a Mirrorball, and the second single, Body Paint. But especially There Better Be a Mirrorball. I really like that track. I think it's really good, and it's massively grown on me, and it is making me think I really must go and check out that album properly.
And that's exactly it. First time I listened to the album was like, yeah, okay, cool. Love There Better Be a Mirrorball. Then I listened to it again, and then I listened again, and then I just started to listen to it again and again and again. And it's a really, really good album. And there's a lot of people that will be like, it's not Arctic Monkeys, but he's entitled to do something different.
There's 7 albums in now.
Musical growth.
There's 7 albums in.
Yeah.
You'd expect to see some change and some growth.
And doing something a bit unusual.
Yeah, but it's also not a left turn, is it? They've kind of developed in that way. There's not a sort. I think the last album was more of a kind of, oh, that's a bit odd.
Yeah.
But if you follow the way they progress through their albums, it's not, if you listened to that one straight after the first album, you'd go, is this the same band?
Yeah.
Of course. But if you've listened to all their albums since they started the first one, it's not a huge leap from one to another. There's definitely a progression within them.
Absolutely.
I'll take your point about, Alex Turner, obviously the main writer, I guess, but they sound
he is
very...
Arctic Monkeys, let's be honest.
No, I don't. I disagree, actually. I think they very much are a band, and that's what I like about them.
But he writes everything.
Yeah, but I think they're very much a band. I think they're very much a collective. I do. I think that. I think they're very much a group.
I'm not disagreeing. I just feel that you can feel it's very influenced by, if that's what he wants, that's what the band will do.
Yeah, well, as you said, he's the writer, so it's going to go that way. But I think
it's quite
they're very
because
collaborative.
I've been hearing a lot of differences of opinion, for want of a better way of saying it.
People don't like
Gareth
change.
And I were discussing this quite extensively.
People don't like change. There are people who still want to listen to Arctic Monkeys from 15 years ago.
Same old as the old Depeche Mode argument. Oh, bring Alan Wilder back. It's not Depeche Mode without Alan Wilder. Well, it is Depeche Mode without Alan Wilder. It's Depeche Mode.
They definitely existed before. I mean, you could say this. It's not Depeche Mode without what's his name, Vince
Clarke.
Yeah,
from the original. Yeah. Or now without Andy.
Is.
Still Depeche Mode.
Yeah, of course.
But yes,
there is a debate about how many original members you have to have in order to be the same band. But life goes on. Things change.
No, it does.
You can hear the progression. You can hear the change if you like the. But I don't know. I find it odd. It's the same with Oasis. Is another one that springs to mind. It's like, oh, bring back Oasis. Like nobody wants Oasis back. It's done. Surely. Come on. I'll tell you what, I was listening to that debate about Noel Gallagher and Liam Gallagher, for example. Yeah. Liam basically churns out Oasis light stuff.
Yes.
And at least Noel, I think you can still hear, again, same thing. You can still hear it's him, but at least he's
But
trying
it's
some new
it's a
stuff.
lot more experimental. I
And
personally,
here's the thing, right? Noel Gallagher's just released a greatest hits compilation, for want of a better and a better name, or a best of, or whatever you want to call it. 10 years since he's been solo with High Flying Birds.
Yeah.
I can listen. It's a double album. I can listen to that whole thing and go, "This is a banger. This is a great song. This is interesting. This is good."
absolutely.
I would struggle to maybe think of 6 songs that Liam Gallagher in his solo career could put together.
Yeah, but I mean, then you're going to also get guys going, "Oh my God, like no, Liam Gallagher's the greatest thing ever."
Well, it's a different thing. I think you go to a Liam Gallagher gig at Nebworth where he's playing a bit of his sort of big raucous solo stuff that sounds like Oasis and Oasis tracks. It's like going to an Oasis concert with Liam. You go to see Noel, and he did it at Glastonbury, didn't he? He's like, "We're going to do half an hour stuff that we want to play, and then we'll play the ones for you."
Yeah, and that half an hour stuff was nothing like Oasis.
You know, I liked it, but not everybody does.
absolutely.
People that don't like Noel Gallagher is because he's not Oasis. I was like, well, no, he's not.
But it is because I mean I was looking at, because obviously, and I'm just going to go to the UK charts because it's an interesting one in terms of again what's been happening this year on the charts and what are the.
Well, let's see. I feel that I was thinking this when you were talking about it earlier. I feel a slight amount of envy that you have within South Africa. I guess you've got a different framework for what sort of charts and what breakthroughs and all that kind of stuff. Because obviously, I very rarely look at what's in the chart in the UK at the moment because I know it's going to be Ed Sheeran, Taylor Swift.
No, what is number one again, Martin?
Harry Styles.
No, Martin. What is number one again in the UK this week?
What is number one again? I don't really know.
One guess. It's Christmas, Martin. What would be number one?
It's either it's Wham or Mariah Carey, is it?
It's Mariah Carey.
Mariah
All I
Carey.
Want for Christmas is
Well
You.
done.
Number 2 is
Wham!
Ray
Last Christmas.
featuring 07 Shake. Don't know what that is, escapism. And number 3, Last Christmas by Wham. Number 4, Merry Christmas by Ed Sheeran and Elton John. So it is like,
Well, that was the number one last year, wasn't it? Is that the Lad Baby track?
I haven't got a clue.
Oh no, it's not, is it? No, that was a different thing they did with Elton John.
Mariah accepted a number 1.
They're going to do another. You know the Lad Baby story, right? You know that number one in the UK, right? The last 4 years, the Christmas number one single has been by a band called Lad Baby. The first one that they did was called I Love Sausage Rolls. And every year since then, the 3 years following that was all some interpretation of Sausage Roll was in the title, basically. Last year, it was either Ed Sheeran or Elton John, they got involved last year. Anyway, they've had 4 consecutive UK number ones at Christmas. They're the first act ever to do that. There's only one other act that's had 4 Christmas number one singles, which is the Beatles.
Wow.
Lad Baby have just announced that they're going to release another single. All the money goes to charity, by the way, so it's not a bad thing. But
I'm sure I've heard about this, but obviously I don't know.
This year, they've just announced they're going to launch a new single this year in time for Christmas. If it goes to number one, they will hold the unique position as the only act in UK chart history to ever have 5 Christmas number ones, superseding the Beatles, who have previously had 4.
And I mean, let's be honest, they don't ever release anything else except for a Christmas.
No, it's simply a charitable exercise.
But that's crazy to think that would happen.
Oh yeah, I mean it's mad, especially because it started as a joke.
Wow.
And then it sort of got beyond a joke. It was literally the first one was kind of, I said it was sort of. Anyway, whatever. We built this city on sausage rolls was the second one, I think.
No, man. We built the city on sausage rolls. No, okay.
We have got a guest joining us shortly, by the way. People watching the show, we will be joining us shortly, I hope. Where is it? I've got a message here. Oh, yeah, there we go. Shoot, I need your new email. Usual one isn't working. I'm ready when you are. Okay, that's fine. I've just got a message from her, so let me just do that. Let's do the email for. Sorry, bear with me whilst I do typing.
It's okay. You carry on.
Chew gum and do the same thing. Can't chew gum and yeah, there we go.
While we wait for Mort.
Okay. Ready
yeah,
when
another track
you
of
are,
ours
it
to play
says there. Okay, so hopefully we'll have Jess joining us very shortly, and all things will happen.
Yes.
Yes. But yeah, so there, that's Christmas. Sorry, you were saying, Christmas number one. I think Mariah Carey is number one. She's got to number one before with that track, but I think she holds the record as the longest period between release and reaching number one. Because it hadn't been number one until we got into the streaming age, and then having been in the charts every year over Christmas, but it hadn't ever actually got to the number one position until either last year or the year before, I think. So again, it was another record of the longest period between initial release and reaching number one. Something mad like that. Because Christmas is a crazy time.
Yeah, it's funny because we don't have Christmas songs in South Africa, pretty much.
Yeah?
No, not really. You never see Christmas songs here.
I don't know when it became...
Is it
I mean,
because of the winter
nobody
thing?
new Christmas songs. I said the Lad Baby thing; it's a Christmas song. But when was the last time there was? Like I said, Mariah Carey. That's an old song now, right?
Or As Is Last Christmas by Wham.
As
oh
Is
my
Last
God, did
Christmas.
you hear that? Is it, what's the band? The boy band that just redid it? It's gone to number one on the Billboard charts.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
I'll tell you now.
Like I say, out of the loop.
Billboard Top 100. No, that's the Top 100. God, Mariah's at number 2 on Billboard. Jingle Bell Rock. Bobby.
It's all because it's calculated on streaming. This could never happen outside of streaming because people would buy the song and that was it. You don't buy it again, but you stream it hundreds of times. You play it, you put it on your playlist. You can play it 100 times a day.
Listen, friggin' hell. Future Island did a version of Last Christmas. That did upset me. I have to be perfectly honest. I was like, no, guys, come on. Not Future Island doing Last Christmas. Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys. Oh, yeah. Which they've just pulled their tour, haven't they, for
Oh, why?
for reasons.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, legal reasons which are being debated. I don't want to go into details. It's another one of those kind of sad. I hope that's not true stories.
No. Okay, one of those. That's not a good thing.
Of which there are many. But yeah, I don't know what was the most. I'm trying to think what's the most recent sort of new Christmas song that was actually a Christmas song. People don't really write. I mean, I know Taylor Swift had one out a couple of years ago about because she grew up on a Christmas tree farm, didn't she?
I don't know.
And I think I'm sure Katy Perry had a Christmas song out a couple of years ago. But they don't come into the same. They don't fall in the same bracket as the likes of Last Christmas and All I Want for Christmas Is You. They don't have that sort of recurrence, that sort of everyone wants to play this every year sort of thing.
But I thought what I'd play for us, just a little snippet of while we're waiting for our guest. This was probably the biggest track of 22 into 23 last year and earlier this year. And we actually landed up having the privilege of having this young man in studio a week ago, recording some stuff for him. And he basically graciously agreed to do a version of that track unplugged in our studios. And I thought it might be a nice one because this is one of my favorite tracks of 2023. 2022, sorry. I'm already in 2023, can you see? This is by a young man by the name of Sino Msolo. Tell us what you think of this. This is
My name is Sino Msolo, and welcome to the official SA Chart
This
show.
is on the SA Chart.
I'm just going to play you a song that you might know. Hope you enjoy. Sure. Ay, babeva. I say da balete da balo, da lete da balo. I di da balo. I say di baba bali baba di da balo. Tabaleva baloma mngani wena angeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe sendiyajola jola ayijola ajo sendiyajola jola jola hayi mngani wena angeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe ndiyajola jola ay jola jola ndiyajola jola abuyelele udala isipithiphithi wena my love yonke into ivele ibe busy ayi my babo sungo wami yo sele ngo wami yo sungo wami yo sele ngo wami yo ayikhanda liyaduma maungeke duze mama ayangeke angidlale ngaweke ayangeke angidlale ngaweke mngani wena angeke usukholwe ayangeke usukholwe angeke usukholwe ayangeke usukholwe ndiyajola jola 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 ndiyajola jola 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 awena mngani wami badoma yeah 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 ndiyaxelela ndiyafunga nasi paloma yeah 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 ay ndiyafunga noba bathini oh mana yeah yeah oh umuntu wamlona ay say angivumi ayikhanda liyadu uma maungeke duze paloma ay angeke ngidlale ngaweke mani ay angeke angidlale ngawe kani wena angeke usukholwe ay angeke usukholwe ay angeke usukholwe ay angeke usukholwe ndiyajola ajola ayijola ajose ndiyajola ajola jola ayi mngani wena angeke usu ay angeke usu ay mana angeke usu ay angeke usukholwe ndiyajola jola sendiyajola jola sendiyajola jola abuyelele
Sino Solo with Jola. Live on the official South African chart show. Just give you a
Is
taste
awesome.
of what a voice, eh?
Brilliant.
He's actually got a brand new video coming out. The reason why I was actually in studio was to record excuse me, some videos with us, and he's got a brand new track called Makoti, which is from his album Fezisa, which is actually out now, so you can go and check it out. But the whole idea, what we tried to do in the studio, was like kind of unplugged versions of the tracks, just to give people a little bit of a taste. I'll just give you a little bit of a taste of that, which is coming out next week. This is a very first play anywhere
really
in the
good.
world of this.
Really
just give you a little bit of a taste of it. We'll just play 30 seconds, and then I'll have to cut it, because otherwise he'll get me into trouble. But here we go. This is just a bit of a taste of what's coming out very, very shortly from Sinum Solo. His brand new single, Makoti, off his album Fezisa. But this is a little bit of a taste, just to show you what it's like. And that's just a little bit of a taste of his brand new video that will be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But there's the game on the left-hand side there, Martin. You can see I like collecting old TVs, don't you?
Everything fantastic. I love that. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
Look forward to hearing more from that. I was just checking
Absolutely
out that chart. Brenda Lee is at number 5. But talking about Mariah Carey reaching number 1 after the longest period of time, that would be something if Brenda Lee
Yeah.
went back to number 1.
And listen, the one album that everybody's obviously picked up a lot about this year has to be the brand new Taylor Swift, which people are calling Album of the Year. I have not listened to it, I have to confess. Maybe I need to, because Anti-Hero has now been top of the Billboard charts for 6 weeks.
Yeah.
It's got to tell you something. The woman is definitely
But
talented.
you're not a big fan anyway, though, are you? So it's
Never
not
been,
like...
but I think maybe I need to give it a chance.
Yeah. It's good.
I haven't been. I mean, I don't find her. I mean, one thing I must tell you quickly before we get to our guest is I don't know if you've watched the 2022 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No.
Oh, do yourself a favor and go watch it. It's absolutely brilliant. But the 2021 featured Taylor Swift doing a cover of not Carly Simon. It was I've gone blank now.
Carrie Underwood.
Huh?
I don't know.
It wasn't Carrie
Coming around again.
I think
That is Carly Simon, isn't it?
No, it wasn't that one. Taylor Swift. No, I have to find this now.
I'll tell you who might know.
Oh, is she a big Taylor? Okay, cool. Let's just get a guest on then. Why don't we just do that? Because she'll know. Here we go.
Don't want to put you on the spot, but you just might know. Hello, Jess T.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, Jess. Welcome.
Good to see you.
How are you?
I'm good,
Good
thanks.
Cold.
Are you going to tell us what song
It's
she did?
cold, isn't it? Isn't it cold? My goodness me.
It is really cold. It is. It's Christmassy.
What's the temperature in South Africa, Julian?
Is 23 right now.
A little bit chilly, he said earlier on.
You want to be
A
sat?
little bit. It was overcast, that's why. So it was a bit
Overcast.
chilly because it was
Yeah,
overcast.
overcast. We've got snow. Look at me. I'm
You
sitting
got
here.
-1.
I'm sitting here in a scarf. Outrageous. Not very summery, not very country. Hello. We were just I thought we were just trying to remember. Julian was just trying to remember what Taylor Swift played at the what was it last year?
That was the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
And I thought,
Right. Didn't give me an opportunity to quickly Google it, did you?
no, I just thought you might know because I know you're in
But
you're
I,
in
I've
this.
Googled, I did Google it. I
scene-ish.
Googled it. It was Carole King's "Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow,"
There you go.
Right.
which is a great. That's just a quick one. Do you realize how prolific a songwriter Carole King really was?
Oh yes.
I did not. I
She-
did not realize that she wrote "Respect."
She wrote a huge catalogue of.
Wow, I was blown away when I actually realized what an incredible songwriter she was
She
and
did
how many
whole
songs she wrote.
Stream of co-writes with Jerry Goffin, didn't she originally?
Yes, her husband.
And then solo by herself. And then, because that was the thing about Tapestry, wasn't it? The
Yeah.
album Tapestry that was basically people saying, "Why don't you do these songs yourself? She'd written them all for other people. So why don't you have
No,
a
I
go
know.
yourself?" And then turned out to be an amazing performer herself as well.
Yeah, it's just like you go on Wikipedia and you just go like, show me her discography of songs she's written. It's like, it's like, oh my sword! I just could not believe it. And what an incredible woman, what an incredible songwriter! I was just absolutely blown away. I got very hooked on watching all these old Rock and Roll Hall of Fame things because there's been some phenomenal performances in them. And obviously this
Incredible
year was
stuff.
Dolly Parton was another female that was on it, female singer, and also just incredible. I mean, and they had this whole collaboration of people on stage doing Jolene, which was just wow.
That song. It never gets old, does it?
No, just it can't. We actually had a South African band a couple of weeks ago that had done this like heavy metal rock version of it, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter how you do it; it's a great song, and it always
works.
sounds great. Doesn't matter what you do to it.
I couldn't agree more. I currently am doing my own version of the song, and it's a bluesy, slow
Oh, nice.
style version of Jolene. So a little bit different thing. You can do anything you want with that song. With a classic like that, you can make it.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Talking
Yeah,
about people that are like a triple threat or multiple threats, Julian, this is Jessica Taylor, Jess T, singer, presenter, country music advocate. What else? I don't know. Marries people.
Yes, promoter. I've been manager. Yeah, I'm a ceremony officer. I'm a customer service advisor. I pretty much do everything that I can turn my hand to.
Similar to you, Julian. It's kind of, you're never a spare minute in the day for Jess. It's just like, no, I just got doing something else. But
And if I do have a spare minute, I find something to do.
So, you'll know that very well. A good old friend of mine. Nice to see you again, Jess. Been a while since we caught up properly.
Yes, it has.
And I'm sure you've been involved in a million things. Most of this year, you've been out at the festival circuit, right? Is that a lot of this year been out there?
Oh yeah, I'm predominantly throughout the summer. I was traveling thousands and thousands of miles across the UK to be part of the festival scene, which is just incredibly huge and evolving and growing at such a rapid rate. In actual fact, it's quite remarkable. And there's all different styles now. There's Americana festivals, there's folk festivals, there's very much country, but there's all different variation of country. There's blues festivals. Basically, whatever you want, you got it. But also when you do places, you get to see a huge array of different artists in all different forms of whatever genre the particular festival is, and that's it's giving people so much opportunity. It's great.
And you're used. This will be weird for you because you're used to being the person doing the questions, not answering the questions, right?
I know. I do interviews across the globe with lots of different artists just to just get an insight into their lives, their backstory, and why they do what they do, and what propelled them to do what they do. And I'm not sort of scared to get right into the nitty gritty if we need to.
Yeah, well, that's. I mean, you now are one of the sort of you're a name in the. Particularly in the country music scene now, aren't you? People are like, oh yeah, I know Jess. You're a big name now.
Oh, I don't know that. Easy boy.
Easy geezer.
Well, I wouldn't. The way I would put it is that I've had some kind of an impact, and it's been a positive impact, and it's been positive for the artist. So I'm really proud of that. If nothing else, being a household name or being a name or being known is all very lovely.
Well, I know it's. I mean, I'm saying that sort of jokingly because I know you're absolutely buying. You never make it about you. It's about the artist. So I'm sort of having a bit of a joke because that is your style. That's completely it. It's not about you. It's about the artist.
No, that's it exactly. I've just come off a 10-hour drive, taking an artist from Nashville up north.
Oh, wow.
To get an experience of the UK country music scene, and we'll be going back up north in a few days again and coming back down. We're doing some live events and London, and so it's about sharing opportunity. Well, I think.
I mean, just talking about the country scene, that's something that we've spoken quite a bit about on this show. I mean, obviously, the UK seems to have a massive scene starting to grow in the country music scene at the moment. I mean, guys like, what's his name again? I've gone blank on his name now.
Chris Sims.
Chris Sims, and various other young artists that we've had on the show that have basically, just growing this incredible sound of country in the UK, which you always thought was only really an American thing.
Oh,
I mean,
not anymore.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised by the extent of the amount of artists that we're seeing coming through from the UK. And in South Africa, there's a young guy named Justin Sorrell who performs a lot of country songs, and it's actually a song I should actually play on the show with a brand new single that he's come out, which is totally country. And I'm loving it. I think, it's great that there's just, and it's not country the way that people think of country. It's just great pop songs.
Long gone
at the end of the day.
and Western stigma, which we grew up with. And that's where it was. Oh, don't tell me. You're Dolly Parton and your line dance. Oh my God. There's so much more to it than that. So much more. It's telling.
But Dolly Parton's an interesting example, isn't it? Because even if you listen to, okay, Jolene maybe sort of sound a bit country, and her way that she did I Will Always Love You, yes. But then you look at tracks that she came out with, like 9 to 5, as an example. Not a lot. That's not pretty. That's not country. That's a straight up pop song. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Absolutely. And she was smart enough to know that and to utilize that and to buy into that. That she's smart enough to have bought into lots of different tangents of the genre, which mean that she could hit into every market. Genius, really.
Yeah. Another artist for me that really stood out and crossed over with that boundary of pop and country was the Justin Timberlake with Chris Stapleton.
Great song.
Say Something. I mean, oh, what a song. And I mean, I then from that song started really getting into Chris Stapleton, who's an incredible songwriter and what an incredible artist. And I was like, wow. And then from that again, and then, you know, a TV show like Yellowstone. I don't know if you guys get it in the
Absolutely.
UK, which I'm a massive fan on, massive. I'm already into season 5. But the amount of music that I started to enjoy out of that, you just realize that there's just such a great depth of music as well in the country scene that you traditionally wouldn't think of as being country.
That's exactly it. And I talk, you know, a lot about crossing over genres and being genre fluid and not boxing in. You know, country has lots of different hats, really, and certainly now you know you've got Breland, there's lots of different artists, there's Blanco Brown, there's lots of different people bringing lots of different flavors to their variations of country, and so it means that it is broader, and it means there's still the age old argument over what is country, but there's enough room. There's more than enough room for lots of genres to utilize that style of songwriting. And
well, this is what I find. You think about it that way. It's like this: the country music scene should really be proud rather than sort of holding on to something. Because what's really happening is it's imposing its style on all sorts of other genres. It's not really about other genres trying to take over country music. It's country music taking over everything else. Is really what's going on, isn't it?
Precisely, it's a positive thing. It's a really positive thing, and it's actually, you know, that's evolution for you. That's exactly where we want to be. We are at a place in time where we are due to always grow and change our perceptions on things and be accepting.
I think that wonderful moment where Trent Reznor wins a country music award for Old Town Road, didn't he? That's fantastic. 9 Inch Nails, country music writer.
Let's chat about your new single, Oh Holy Night. Tell us a little bit about it.
Oh, well, yes. Oh Holy Night. Wow, that's kind of, I always say it, don't I, Martin? That's the pinnacle. That was the song.
I think pinnacle can't be the right word. Pivot. Let's say the pivot point.
The pivot. Yeah. Holy Grail. That single for me is like the Holy Grail, just the catalyst of what started, you know, everything that I've done over the last sort of 3-4 years now, and it started out with that song and that single, which, you know, it wasn't a single. You asked to play it on your show, on your Christmas show, you did so, and from there, you know, I got interested into radio, and presenting came about over the lockdown period. You know, crazy time, and with that, you know, my music got heard, but following from that, so, you know, my radio show became something that was, you know, really popular and respected, which is great. And since then, it's time to sort of get my music out there. We've done a lot of work, haven't we, Martin? We have, and be heard. And so, yes, at midnight tonight, Oh Holy Night does get released again. It's a re-release, so I sneakily put it out there at the request of my listeners and you know, fans. Can I say that?
I think you can say that. I think you can say that. Yeah.
Of course you can.
Oh, bless them. You know, for my friends, to be honest, they're like my friends, and that's the way I see it. But yeah, and the single is coming out this evening, and you know, it's something I'm really proud of, and it's something that we've put a lot of work into, and it's really pregnant for me.
Yeah, and I love that it still has the capacity to surprise, because, as you said, people will know you from other things.
Yeah, sure.
I sing a bit. And then you go,
I've heard you
and then they'll
I've
hear.
heard you sing,
No, I
Martin.
mean, like, I know, but I mean, I'm talking about Jess. They'll say, Jess sing. Jess will say, I'll sing a bit, and then they'll hear you sing and go, oh, more than just a bit, by the way.
Just a bit. Have you heard
Jess
Martin
is
sing
one of
yet,
the,
Jess?
I've said this before, and I can say this, and maybe embarrass Jess a little bit, and I'll just say it to people. Jess is one of those wonderful people. When I was working with her in the studio, you know, don't always happen, but occasionally, as soon as someone starts to sing, and you think, this is going to be good. I'm going to have a good day. From the minute the first note leaves your mouth, you go, this is going to be a good day. Because it's just...
That's a good thing. Isn't that what music is about? Making you feel good.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, if the world was run by musicians, can you imagine what a joy we would have?
Fabulous.
We'd never have wars. We'd always resolve everything through
Love, peace, and music.
through a song. I mean, you know, what songs ever caused people to fight?
They haven't. I haven't. Well, I say that, but actually, if you talk to people in country music, there's been a
Yeah,
couple
but you know what I mean. I mean, it's like kind of
of for a
music's.
right row.
I know we get songs like NWA in terms of the really hardcore hip hop scene, which we've seen over the years, but still, music is meant to make you feel good. And I just wish the world was run by musicians because it would make everything so much better.
This is precisely what I said in my recent reviews, is that you can argue all you want over what the music is, but I'm telling you, I had the best night, and so did the other 400 people in the room. So that's the most important thing to me.
Yep.
100%.
Absolutely. And that's why we sit here every Monday night and we're just determined to keep playing new music and keep doing what we love, because we love music and because we love new music as well. And I mean, you know, as I said, Martin and I have been doing this nearly for 2 years, and we've never met.
Nearly 3 years.
Nearly 3 years.
Wow.
We've never met. But every Monday night, give or take, especially when I nearly died of COVID, I think I missed that show.
Yeah, you had 1 week off.
I had a couple of shows off. But here we are. We're doing it every week, and we do it because music is such an incredible healing power in every possible way. And every time we finish the show, we sit there and we go like, now I feel better. You know, nothing but like a bit of music to make you feel better.
It's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling, and it fills the void. It's a therapy. It's a therapy. You know, if we have this as part of our daily lives, then we have our own level of therapy, which keeps us going.
100%. And speaking of therapy, I think it's time to listen to this song.
Well said.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jess T, tell us what you think. Brand new single or re-released. I don't even know. We're just gonna say brand new song. I'm hearing it for the first time.
Familiar song.
For me, it's a brand new song. So
I was gonna say, it's new to you.
Hearing it, new to me. This is Jess T with "Oh Holy Night." Let us know what you think.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul found its worth. The thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till He appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh,
Oh Holy Night. Jess T on New Music Mondays. Love it.
There you go. That'll put you in the mood. No Christmas
That'll
trees
get you in the
involved
mood.
in that. No jingle bells.
I
But
think just a great
perfectly
song.
timed for this time of year.
Absolutely. Beautiful. We got to do we There we go.
Oh,
Crowds add.
thank you so much, guys. Thank you for playing it.
Pleasure. I know there's a video coming soon, right? Is it
Dropping
tonight? So the single comes out tonight. Is the video released today as well, or tonight? I should say.
Yes, I can. I'm going to be releasing the video on all the platforms this evening. Yes, yeah. So it'll be there. I know.
Where can they find that, Jess?
Well, I'm Jess T Country on all handles, so you can find me Jess T Country. That's my website. It's jestcountry.com. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on everything.
Excellent. Brilliant. Go and check it
Doing
out. The
it
video
all
will be out
every
this evening.
day. Did you say there's some more songs coming out as well? What's this? What's the story? Or are we not allowed to say?
There is a surprise coming, and I might as well announce it here, right now. Why not? New Year's Day for just a 4-song EP of the songs that we out of all we've done many, but the ones I felt were the most impactful and the ones I was happiest with. So, and actually a cover of a UK country artist that will be Natchez by Katie Hurt. So I'm really
Lovely.
to showcase a beautiful song written by someone in the UK country scene who I get to, I get to promo her music too. So I do it that way as well.
Fantastic.
But yeah, on New Year's Day, it's called My Version.
Awesome. I
Excellent.
saw John today actually. He played the guitar on that track, didn't he, John?
Yes, he did. We love our John. He's actually played tracks on two. He's actually played guitar on 2 of the tracks too. So
Fantastic.
great music. Great music. Very, very blessed.
Awesome. So
Great
look
stuff.
out
Thank
for
you,
that.
Jess.
Jess T Country on all platforms.
Go and check it out now. Video's out tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, Jess.
Oh, thank
And
you,
wishing you a wonderful Christmas and New Year.
gentlemen, so much. Thank you so much for having me, and I wish you both the merriest of Christmases and a fabulous New Year too.
Thank you so
very
much. Great having you on the show, Jess.
Yeah. See you soon.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye. Let me get myself organized here. Move that one. Go back to that.
Oops.
Move that. And that. And that. And add that.
This all the admin being taken care of in the background.
All the admin. Because we've got a song to play out with, don't we, Martin? You requested.
Oh, yes. Are we doing that? Fantastic. I love
Yes, you
this.
are.
I mean, how long? I don't know how long this band was away for. 4 years?
I don't know.
Little while. Looked like they might never come back with anything again. I think I'm pretty sure most people
they
thought
are.
that's them done then. And
we'll probably get cut during playing this on all social media.
probably, yeah,
Probably
So
more
if
than
if you like the beginning of this and we get cut
and
off,
watch it on
people
YouTube.
go and seek it out because it's very, very good. New music from Paramore. This one came out I think about 6 weeks ago or so. And I heard about this. I thought I must check out new Paramore stuff, and it's maybe the best thing they've done. I don't know. I love this
haven't
track
heard it
anyway.
yet. You sent me the link.
This is the first single they've released. They've got an album coming out next year, I think. They have got another single out just released yesterday or 2 days ago, I think. But this is the first one they've released on their new stuff, and it's really good. So enjoy this, folks, if you haven't heard
What's
it
it
before.
called? I hope I got the right one.
This is why.
Did I get the right one? Let me just make sure I've got the right one. Yeah. Oh, well, you all told me now. I don't know. Is this the one?
It is.
All right, there we go. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Cheers. For the last show where we wrap up the year.